Welcome back to Young at Heart, a show for and about baby boomers living throughout the United States. Today's episode takes place in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right, Vegas, baby! When you think of Vegas, what comes to mind? Well, one thing you might not think about Vegas are foodies and food trucks. A foodie is a person with a particular interest in food or a gourmet. Today we are talking to a recent retiree and boomerpreneur who is one of the owners of Las Vegas food truck that offers gourmet food on the go. All right, welcome to Young at Heart. This is today's spotlight, and his name is Jim Carrillo. He just recently retired. When did you retire?
Last October.
And you are a baby boomer, correct?
I am.
And what year were you born?
1957.
Dang, you're young. So you retired, and where did you retire from?
I retired from the Nevada test site. They have a mission out there to help with keep the stockpile of nuclear arms active and make sure that they work. So it's a laboratory setting.
That's all you can share. Otherwise, you got to kill me, correct?
That is correct.
Can I help you?
Yes, my name is Bond, James Bond. I'm looking for Dr. Goodhead.
All right. Well, we won't pry into that then. So, when you first retired, what was that feeling like? I mean, did you still think you had to go to work? How did you feel when you?
Well, I still would wake up at 3:30 in the morning, ready to go to work. And it does take a while to decompress and realize that you don't have to go to work and you don't have all this responsibility. You don't have to wake up at night thinking about work. And it's very rewarding. But you do seem to get a little lost in what is your function in the world now? I mean, what is your purpose?
What's happening to my special purpose?
What's your special purpose?
Well, when I was a kid, my mom told me that was my special purpose, and someday I'd find out what that special purpose was.
Today's the day!
My dear family, guess what? Today I found out what my special purpose is for. Gosh, what a great time I had.
Oh, yeah.
So once you realize your purpose is to relax, things start making sense. But at first you're like, okay, what do I do now? But we did start a food truck, me and my son.
Yes.
So that keeps me real busy.
And I see you got the shirt on. 303 in the cut.
303 in the cut.
So tell me first of all, what you wanted to do something I know for a long time, something to do with green chili. And so tell me your history with green chili. Did you grow up with it, or how did you get introduced to green chili and where?
Yeah, coming from Colorado, you have the Colorado Pueblo chili, Denver chili, Brighton chili. Different farms have it, but it's good. And then even so, they'd bring it up from Hatch and New Mexico,
Right.
and they'd sell it on the corner there. So Hatches or Colorado chili is all good. No one would ever say one is better than the other. It's kind of your preference where you grow up. Of course, we grew up in Pueblo, and we tend to like that better. My parents liked it better, and it does have a better refined taste to it. So
It's a preference.
a better flavor, I should say.
Okay.
But we have it all the time. We moved to Vegas in 2003, and there was no good place to have green chili, so we're trying to bring it to the market here.
Okay. So you thought about brick and mortar to start, but then you shifted and you decided to do a trailer.
Well, my son called me one day and said, "Dad, you work hard. I work hard. Let's get a business for ourselves with the green chili and make it work for us instead of work for somebody else." So we did look into it, and the trailer was the best. Truck trailer was the best way to get started.
Right.
And it's not as much cost as a brick and mortar. So
Right.
that's a good way to start. Get your feet wet.
Okay. And it's gourmet on the go. So what's the concept behind that?
Just to have top-notch food at a affordable price, and provide a catering. We just did a wedding the other day, so we take our show on the road, and we got a steady spot in Chinatown, but we could do catering and deliver good food on the go.
And where are you in Chinatown? What street is that?
Spring Mountain and Wynn.
Okay.
It's in the parking lot of Play It Again Sam's, and we're there Thursday through Sunday,
And what's
8 till 8.
8 to late. Okay.
Yeah, just Google 303 in the cut, and they'll tell you the hours.
Okay. Cool. So you've been doing it since August of 2021.
Last year, yeah.
And how has it grown since then? And what have you accomplished since then? Because I know you have some good news that you recently got.
Oh yeah, we've come a long way from when we started, and once I retired and was able to help my son more, we kind of hired somebody else. She's a sous chef, and
Pollyann?
yeah, Pollyanna. She works on the trailer with Giuliano, and we won the Great American Foodie Festival in Henderson with the #1 first place for a food truck. So
Wow, first year out of the gate, huh?
first year out of the gate. So that was very rewarding, and business is picking up. So we launched.
And I understand that the people who voted for your truck were the people who actually attended the event and tasted the food.
Yeah, they had a square there that you put in your vote, and we weren't really expecting that at all. So
Right.
people would eat it, and they would turn around and vote for it. So it was a good learning experience, a lot of work,
Yeah.
but the cherry on top was to get in first place.
Nice. So I imagine that boosted your sales with the notoriety, and I understand the news interviewed you, a radio station, and
Channel 8 interviewed Giuliano, and got the word out.
Welcome back. 303 in the cut is gourmet food on the go, and I'm here with one of the owners, Giuliano. How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you today?
Thank you for bringing your truck down here. First off, before we get into the food, what's the backstory on 303 in the cut? The backstory on the name?
So 303 is where we get our green chili from. I grew up here, but I was born in Colorado. In the cut just refers to being hard to find, working out of the car. Food trucks are you're working out of the car, you know?
And you just won a big award. Tell everyone what you guys just won. This is huge.
I did. So we were just voted best food truck at Great American Foodie Fest, which is one of the largest foodie fests in the country, for best food truck. So
You're competing against easily 100 food trucks out there.
Yes.
That is a big accomplishment. Now let's talk about some of the food that you guys offer. What do you guys have?
So we do American classics with a green chili twist. Here,
Whoa!
so think this is our smothered green chili fries, right? We smoke our chicken in-house, make our pinto beans, everything made from scratch. This is a green chili burrito, all right? So
Wow! Look at that! That looks like it feeds like 2 or 3 people, that serving size.
Yeah, well, we want food to be affordable, but still with great quality. So, you know, we have a late night spot in Chinatown. It's like brick and mortar, same spot, same times every week. So it's kind of what we're building up.
Someone's watching right now, and there's great buzz about you guys right now. And they see that you won the award. They're seeing the food. Is that the best way to find you? Is on Thursday nights? Where do they want to book you for like a private event?
Yeah, so whether it's Google, my website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I'm on all the platforms. 303 in the Cut. You know, you just reach out to me about catering, or otherwise you can find us at our normal late night Chinatown location.
Is this we're inside your truck? This is a really cool thing to be inside your truck. Yeah. Is this where you do all the work? Is there any pre-prep done in advance, or everything is done inside?
You know, there is a prep done at the commissary that we have and whatnot, but as far as here, we really focus on everything being made to order. You know, things not coming out of the freezer, things not being prepped that we buy, just throw in. We take great care in what we do. So,
where do you get your inspiration for making something like this? Where do you get your inspiration?
You know, in Colorado, they do smothered green chili fries, kind of like carne asada fries. These just a little more flavor, a little heat to it. As far as the burrito, if the burrito doesn't have grill marks, you know, it's not a burrito. You know, so
is this what I should try right here?
Yeah. So I got the burrito, got that. This is our seasoned fries. We make all our sauces in house, ranch,
Henry, look at that. I mean, look at that right there. Hello, how good do I look? Oh my gosh. All right, let me take a bite here. Wow. That is a parade of flavors inside your mouth.
I've been very lucky, you know, been guided and mentored by Fuku Burger, the owners of Fuku Burger. Yeah, they've been helping me with stuff and zeroing stuff, so I've been very fortunate in that, so I'm trying to raise the food game in Las Vegas.
And you certainly have. This is delicious. Thank you so much for joining us. 303 in the Cut. Find them on Instagram. I'm going to eat, and Rocky, I'm going to send it over to you.
He does a lot of TikTok videos, so that really helps bring people to the trailer. And also he does a lot of marketing by handing out free desserts in the area. People come after work and they try our food and love it.
So some of the desserts you're talking about, what are some of your specialty desserts?
Oh, the tiramisu is to die for. Pollyanna does a great job making that.
I tried that, folks, and it was to die for.
And the cheesecake is from a chef from a place my son used to work in Phoenix there. It's a really good recipe. Yep. Pollyanna makes the desserts, and she brought up to a new level. So people really like them.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about desserts. Let's talk about your main course.
The main course, of course, is the green chili burritos. We put smoked chicken in there with the beans and green chili and cheese. And Giuliano, the chef, he toasts all 4 sides to it. And if they want it smothered, you can get it smothered. People know that real green chili, what it tastes like. So once they taste it, they're like, oh, yeah, this is the real deal. So they love it. He also has fried chicken sandwiches, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. You could always add the green chili to it. But he does fries with everything, and he gives a good value to the meal. So he does a good job.
So your customers, are they repeat customers a lot, or are they tourists? Or
they're becoming repeat customers. Some come from Boulder City, and he missed a night the other night, and they showed up, and they were bummed out that he wasn't there, so they came back the next day and said, hey, we got to have our green chili. So,
well, as you probably know, that green chili produces endorphins.
Yeah,
and it has a lot of essential vitamins too. So it's healthy for you, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So that probably keeps people coming back too. Man, I remember I felt really good when I had that burrito.
Yeah, people that know about it, they just say this is what I remember growing up with. So they come back, and once they try it, they seem to come back. So it's been a good launch.
That's excellent. So this is what you're doing to fill your time now, then.
Yeah.
You're retired.
Yeah. I'm not working on the trailer, but I do a lot of prep work, logistics, help keep the truck and trailer running. Right. There's always something to do, so it's really does take a lot of time to keep a business afloat, and so far so good.
Good. And then, so the key I understand to a food truck though is not only good food, but it's got to be quick. Yes.
Not only do you have to prep a good product, so you get these concerts and stuff like that, and there's a line of people, and you got to put out food and do it really fast. So that's the hard thing, because it's a small kitchen.
Right.
You got 2 people in the trailer, and you're trying not to to do this, or you're trying to do this dance and get the food out. So Giuliano has done a really good job. So him and Pollyanna together, they make a good team, and they pump out the food. I've seen it, and it's like, wow, I can't believe they're that fast, but they are. So it's been good.
Excellent. All right. Well, so we found out a little about the farm that you get the food from, Millburger.
Millburger in Pueblo.
So we spoke to Dalton there, and that was in a previous video. And after this, I'm going to share something with my audience, how to cook a batch of green chili.
Ooh, they'd like that.
Today, I'm going to share a recipe that's been handed down from generation to generation. It's chili verde. So anyway, I want to thank you for joining us on this episode of Young at Heart.
Thank you for having me.
And continue success with your food truck. I was going to try it. I'm out here in Vegas. I was going to try it, but they were on vacation or doing family matters. Your mother-in-law turned 80, I think.
Yeah, so the chef went back to Denver for that.
So family obviously is important too, and good food is important. So once again, thank you, and we'll catch you next time on Young at Heart.
Yes, so you're in Vegas, Google 303 in the cut, and it'll tell you where he's at and the hours. And if you love green chili, you'll love our food.
Well, I'm very impressed with my brother and his son embarking on this food truck endeavor, especially after my brother retiring. That takes some grande huevos, because retirement alone can be very scary, but not knowing how you're going to fill your time is even scarier. What will your purpose be? I won't be retiring until February 14, 2025. In my upcoming retirement series, I will give 5 ways retirees can cope with post-employment blues. Whoa, 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 whoa. So don't simply retire from something, have something to retire to. And remember, you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And if you're living in Las Vegas or heading there on vacation, be sure to try Gourmet on the Go at 303 in the Cuts food truck. Once again, thanks for joining me on another episode of Young at Heart.